During the First Anglo-Burmese War in September 1824, British troops under the command of Colonel Miles, launched an attack on the southern coastal town of Dawei in Myanmar, and successfully occupied it. Among the spoils of war, they seized a newly constructed golden royal carriage, commissioned by the provincial viceroy as a gift for the King of Burma. According to the Asiatic Journal, July 6, 1825, the carriage was soon sent to Calcutta, India, where it was auctioned for 7,000 rupees, before being shipped to Britain, for public display. Several 19th-century publications featured detailed drawings and fascinating insights about the carriage. Drawing from these historical accounts, we'll now examine the carriage's intricate design and ornamentation, in detail. According to first-hand accounts, the lavish carriage cost around 100,000 rupees to construct. The length of the carriage itself is 13 feet 7 inches, or, if taken from the extremity of the pole, 28 feet 5 inches. The carriage measures 6 feet 9 inches in width, and stands an impressive 19 feet 2 inches tall, at its highest point. The wheels, which are of one uniform height, remarkable for their lightness and elegance, measure 4 feet 2 inches. The spokes, richly silvered, are formed of a wood of extraordinary hardness, called in the East ironwood. The wheel rims are covered in brass, and the hubcaps are made of polished bronze, with a very stylish design. The carriage body is supported by leather straps, and the C-springs, which are of richly gilt iron. Positioned at the rear, two kneeling figures with traditional Burmese tattoos and raised hands, appear to symbolize armed attendants, their posture suggesting defensive readiness. Two peacock statues stand facing the carriage from the gilded front bar, and an identical pair is positioned on the rear bar. Kneeling on a silver pedestal at the carriage's front, the umbrella bearer holds a tall golden wand, topped with a small T or sacred crown. He wears lavish green velvet robes adorned with gemstones. The carriage body is 5 feet 7 inches in length, by 4 feet 6 inches in width. The interior height measures 5 feet 8 inches. The body of the carriage is composed of 12 panels, 3 on each face or front, and these are subdivided into small squares of clear and transparent rhinoceros and buffalo horn, which are set in broad gilt frames. The higher part of these panels has a range of rich small looking glasses, intended to reflect the gilding of the upper. The whole body is set in by 4 dragon-like figures, which are fantastically entwined, and neatly carved and ornamented. The scales are of tail, and the eyes are of pale ruby stones. The most beautiful and imposing part of the carriage is the roof, which is formed of 7 stages, progressively diminishing in the most skillful proportions. It is called the Piat hat, or the emblem of royalty. The gilding here is resplendent, worthy of any artist, English or foreign. This section of the carriage is adorned with amethysts, emeralds, jargoon diamonds, garnets, hyacinths, rubies, and tourmalines, accented by scattered drops of amber and crystal. The Piat hat roof is topped with a golden crown-like royal umbrella called T. Its flexible gold bands are set with large greenish-purple amethysts, and it has a tiny crystal flag at its very top. The ceiling is decorated with small mirrors and raised glass details. The floor is woven cane, covered in crimson cloth with gold lace trim, and the base is also made of matted cane. The interior seat is movable, and folds at the center. It is made of canework and very richly gilt. It features a velvet cushion, and a front adorned with various precious stones. At both ends of the seat, there are niches containing richly gilt and bejeweled lion figures. 6 gilt figures of young boys in prayer posture stand on the throne, with ruby eyes, cornelian earrings, and peacock feather hair. Since an elephant was captured with the carriage, white elephants have been added to the illustration, indicating it was meant to be elephant-drawn. The extremity of the pole is surmounted by the head and forepart of a dragon, very boldly executed, and richly gilt and ornamented. The following section features illustrations of the carriage, from contemporary publications. According to contemporary British publications, an undisclosed buyer purchased the carriage for 1,000 guineas, at a London auction, on the 18th of December 1826. In 1845, the circus of Edwin Hughes presented a carriage, pulled by 2 elephants, and named it the Burmese Imperial Carriage, though it was wholly designed and constructed in Britain. Hughes's carriage was designed by William Wallet, according to records at the Victoria and Albert Museum. Other publications also illustrated Hughes's carriage, as the Burmese Imperial Carriage. Regrettably, historical records make no mention of what became of the authentic imperial state carriage that belonged to the King of Myanmar.